Is energy healing actually real? Some people swear by it, whilst others, like me, are sometimes a little bit skeptical. Lakhmi, when she came into the studio, actually did an energy healing for me, for you all to see how it actually works.
Very excited? Great. Just take some nice deep breaths in through your nose. Hold for as long as what feels comfortable for you, and then nice and slowly breathe out through your mouth. We're going to do this a few times, Shivani, so just take this at a pace that's right for you. Breathing in through the nose, holding, and then when you're ready, just breathe out through your mouth. And as you breathe out, I want you just to relax into the chair. Allow your shoulders to drop. Allow your jaw to soften. Allow everything in your body just to almost become like butter on a hot summer's day. As you breathe out through your mouth, Shivani, I want you just to imagine you're breathing out all of your stresses, all of your worries, any tightness, any tension you might be feeling in your body. Just breathing it out now, all the to-do lists. You're just pushing it aside, telling yourself, telling your mind, telling your body, it's safe for me to let go. It's safe for me to relax. And it's safe for me to receive this treatment today. There's no need to fight any thoughts that come into your mind. There's no need to have a clear mind or blank mind. Even if thoughts are coming in saying, oh, does this even work? What is she doing? Just allow them to come in, because the more you fight, the more you resist, the more work I have to do, basically. So just allow them to come in. They're coming in for a reason. Just be curious, just be open. And I'd just like to remind everyone, and yourself as well, you know, we all perceive energy differently. So even if you don't quote unquote feel anything, it's okay. You might be visual, you might see colours, you might see scenes, you might hear things other than the music that you're concentrating on. So just be open. We're going to put out the most purest intention now for Shivani, asking the highest frequencies of energy, light and love to come into this space for this energy healing session for Shivani, putting out the intention that she will receive the most perfect energy healing session today, whatever is needed in this moment, in this time for Shivani, whether that's a physical healing, an emotional healing, a mental healing, or a spiritual healing, or a combination of all four. We're open to receiving the most purest blend of energies for Shivani today. Thank you. Focus on the music and allow your body just to feel nice and soft and easy.
Okay. Well, I have a lot to say. But first, I want to do an experiment. Luke, can you come here for a sec?
Can I come?
Yeah, can you come for a sec? Here.
Okay.
Can you put your hands on my shoulders? I just want to test something. Okay, interesting. Thank you. Thank you. Experiment over. I want you to be as open and vulnerable as you can.
Mm-hmm.
I share so much on this podcast, so I'm okay with it being really vulnerable. But I think I've written down my notes of what I think happened. And the reason I've done that is because people might think I'm just agreeing with you. Yeah. And so I've written it down about my experience, and let's see if it correlates.
I love it, because I'm a scientist at heart. So let's just, like I said, when you said experiment, I'm like, yeah, let's go. So how are you feeling?
Good. I'm going to be very cryptic. I want you to tell me how
fine.
you...
Absolutely fine. So from my end, what I sort of picked up from your energy, getting a little bit of throat chakra clearing as well, was mainly, and I said this to you last time when we did it online, was your centre of your chest, your heart.
Yeah.
There was a lot of sort of heaviness,
a
bit of blocks, which I say to people, we all have, because our heart is the most important organ, I guess, because, well, it does the brunt of everything. So it's not only pumping the blood around your body, but that's where we feel all of our emotions, positive and negative. So it's no surprising that most people have blocks in the heart.
Right.
But yours, it was almost like it was very heavy there. And there was a lot of, this time I felt a bit emotional.
Yeah.
So I did have to pull out a lot of this heaviness
for
you. There was a lot of, I felt like there was almost like fire in your belly. So like almost a bit of inflammation.
Yeah.
So I had to do a little bit of energy healing there. My feet felt very heavy, like almost like lead. Now, that's two things that could happen there. Is one means you're very, very grounded, which I think for me, that's where my thought process was going, was in terms of like, it feels like I'm very grounded, I'm very structured. You're in your power a lot. The other side of that, when I feel heaviness in the legs, is when people are feeling stuck or in their life, and they're just not sure, that they're trying to move forward and they just don't know where to go. So it can be one of two things, but mainly it was the heart, some inflammation in the stomach, which, again, the scientist part of me is like, I know you've not been feeling well.
Yes, I told you that. Yeah.
So that could also be that residual energy from there.
Right.
Little top tip, aloe vera juice is amazing for just cooling that stomach.
Wow.
That's actually come from a colorectal surgeon, not from me.
Okay. So when you're sick and you feel that way, you should maybe drink aloe vera juice.
I drink aloe vera juice, pure aloe vera juice, every day. I take it like a shot.
Wow. Okay.
I say to people, if you can have a shot tequila,
yeah,
you can have a shot of aloe vera juice.
True.
And true. Like, I'm like, listen.
Oh my God, 100%. That is such a great way to look at it.
And you know what that does? It cools your intestines. It kind of, people who've got IBS and Crohn's, amazing. So this colorectal surgeon from the BMI, Blackheath, and this is going back, 15 years ago?
Yeah.
When my brother got diagnosed with UC, ulcerative colitis, I was in the operating room, in the surgery just before we were going to go in, because I used to work as a hernia specialist,
right?
Training surgeons, and I got a text from my brother saying, I've just been diagnosed with this, and I'm like freaking out because he's in his early 20s, and like the doctor, I'm not going to say his name, but he's a colorectal surgeon. He goes, listen, don't worry. He was like, tell him aloe vera juice. It's like he was actually doing a study with some of his patients that they were drinking aloe vera juice, like a shot of it every day. And what he found was a lot of his patients was either coming down off the steroids, just like a smaller dose, and those that were on a very low dose were coming off it completely.
That's amazing.
So I do actually need to follow up and see that. Yeah. I can suggest one, but I always say the one that only has 2 ingredients. A lot of the ones, they have preservatives in and stuff. Of course. So anyway, that was a side point. So that would really help with the inflammation there. On your shoulders, I felt there was a lot of heaviness as well, like a tension in your shoulders. And I think when we did the online one as well, I could feel it there. You've got a lot of tension in your neck and your shoulders. I did feel when I was because this is the first time I've done it in person with you, the energy was almost like moving in circles around your shoulders. So it doesn't always have to mean something necessarily. When people feel that energy, it's just your own energy that's like moving around your body. So this is what I say to people. It's like, I'm helping you get reconnected to figure out what's going on inside for you. Energy should be moving around your body the same way blood moves around your body and the oxygen moves around your body. And where it gets stuck, that's where you get problems. So
you felt it stuck on my shoulders, but then you also felt it moving. So is that a good thing, or?
Yeah, it just means that the energy's starting to move now, because this is the second time you've had, we had an online session on Wednesday. Yeah. Okay, so usually, this is a first as well. Usually I don't do 2 sessions in a week. Because, not many people need it. And it's very potent, and you should allow a few days for the energy to kind of integrate. But obviously, time being time, it's fine. But what I have found is with clients who are quite blocked, and it's the first time, and like you said, you didn't feel anything the first time, and that's absolutely fine. Not everyone feels everything. It's absolutely fine. Doesn't mean it didn't work for you. It just means that we were working very deep on your energy, on the blocks, and it's just started to shift a little bit. You just started to chip away at those blocks, and now you've had another session. The energy's moving a little bit more now, and we're kind of chipping away at that energy block, and now you might start feeling a little bit like, oh, what's she doing now? Or actually I can kind of feel it a little bit now in my heart, or I feel a little bit emotional and I don't know why, or I'm seeing this colour. So you are actually very spiritually protected. So really? I did see a lot of blue around you, which is the energy of protection and strength and courage. I did feel another energy as well. And I know I felt it on Monday. It was quite emotional, very motherly energy. And I know that was like your nanny or grandma energy. So that energy was around you. And again, that was on your shoulders. So almost like guiding you and like you know, and like shielding you.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of felt as well.
Wow.
A bit of yellow energy, which is to do with your solar plexus chakra, which is your chakras are like your energy centers around the spine. So that was kind of coming in terms of the energy there. You're very intuitive. You're very intuitive because you had a lot of energy around your third eye, which is your intuition.
Right.
But I also felt a lot of tingling sensation around your head. So you're very much in your head a little bit. Yeah, you overthink a little bit.
Yeah.
And there was a little bit of disconnect. So I was trying to bring the energy down. So I say I'm not doing anything, I have to say. I'm just holding the space for your energy and these high vibrational energies that I channel in to do the healing for you. And I'm just directing it. So where I feel it in my body, I'm like, right, we need to just bring that energy into those spaces where the energy is blocked.
Okay.
But I did feel a little bit emotional because it was, I felt your nanny's energy, and it was like an overwhelming amount of love and guidance and stuff. And that was, it was just, I want you to know that you're very protected and you're very good. I'm going to feel like I'm going to cry as well, but you are. It was a lot of love there, and she's holding your back. She's got your back, basically. That's what I was kind of.
I'm really trying not to like bawl my eyes out right now.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Energy, it's just energy. It's emotion, tears. I always say to people, we shouldn't be afraid to cry and get emotional because A, it's an energy release. And B, it's just a way of showcasing how we're feeling in that moment.
I'm not usually, I just don't really want to like bawl on camera, you know? Like okay. I feel like more reserved. Okay, wow. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I felt. I've written it down.
Okay.
I've said that I felt the heavy heart when you touched me. Like when you were feeling my shoulders, what's really, really interesting is like, feel my hands right now. What are they?
They're like, your fingertips are cold, but your palms are quite like, almost like clammy.
So like, I think they're very cold right now. Like they're cold for me.
Yeah, they're not warm.
They were warm when you were touching me. And this actually happened on Wednesday. But I thought it's because I was just come out the shower, if you remember. I was in my gown. And I was laying down on the sofa, and I just thought maybe because I'm like warm, like I've just warmed up. Does that make sense? So that was interesting because on Wednesday I didn't feel anything, and today I did. Yeah. And my hands weren't really warm, and I was conscious of that because I remembered. I'm like a skeptic about this stuff, as you know.
I was as well.
And so I noticed that my hands weren't warm. I really felt that my chest was so tight and really heavy. It felt more heavy that you were standing behind me and on me, like had your hands on me, and you weren't putting pressure on me, by the way. I just want to like make that clear on camera. But it felt like my chest was really tight, and it was like very painful, like it was like hurting me.
Yeah.
I yawned loads. And you told me this before, and I've had many people say this, like when you yawn, you're releasing energy. And the first time I yawned, I was like, this is bullshit, because like I'm just tired. Like I'm laying down, I'm sitting down, I'm yawned. But I yawned, I think I lost count. I think I yawned like 8-9 times. And after the third time, I was like, oh, this might actually be working. So I was like, interesting. I really felt like a healing energy from your hands, and like very warm, which is why I said to Luke to come here, because I wasn't sure if it's like I felt like someone was warm behind me, or like if anyone stands behind you, does it feel like that? But you were different. Like you did feel different, because when Luke came over, I didn't feel anything. Sorry, Luke. Sometimes when I'm tired and when I'm yawning, I think like your eyes start to naturally tear. I didn't feel emotional, by the way. I didn't feel like I was crying, but my eyes were teary. But I don't know, again, if that is related, because I feel like I do get very watery eyes anyway, but I have written that down. But at the end, I felt much lighter. And this time I felt floaty.
Yeah.
And I really did feel it this time, which is honestly, like, I'm really happy you did it for me in person. And I think that I am somebody who would need it in person, because I respond well to physical touch. Yeah. And I also felt like waves, like when you were doing it, I felt like things were floating and moving.
Yeah.
What's interesting you said about the blue and the yellow is those are the lights I see. Like I always, if I'm in deep meditation,
I just got shivers there as well. Like there's like,
when
yes.
I once had like, I was doing meditation, and I've always grown up believing in Lord Krishna and Ram. Like my dad's side of the family are very much into like Krishna and Srinathji, and my mum's side have very much been into like Rama.
Okay.
a couple of years ago had an experience and I could just see Lord Shiva. And ever since that experience, I see blue when I really meditate. And I didn't see it today when you were doing it on me, but it's interesting that you picked that up. And then recently, a few months ago, I was doing a Kundalini meditation. And for all the couple of sessions, I kept saying blue. Sometimes it's purple as well.
Yeah.
I've never known what that meant. And then that time I was seeing yellow. So it's weird that like you picked up on the blue and the yellow. Out of all the colors in the world, you know, I don't think I've ever told you that. Or did I tell you that? I don't know.
You haven't.
And the thing that you said about the inflammation, it's really weird because I did tell you I was ill, right? But I didn't tell you that like I felt my stomach was burning. I did tell you I had food poisoning, but I didn't tell you that like the flames. I
felt like fire.
I felt like flames.
Yeah.
And I always feel like that. And my grandma always tells me to eat ice. And it always helps. Like when I have a really inflamed tummy, she tells me to have ice. So it's really interesting that like you picked up on those things. And whilst I think the skeptic in me is like, yeah, you knew I was unwell. You didn't know about my tummy feeling like on fire, or you didn't know about the colors. And I felt it this time. I actually felt it. So I'm like really, really happy. And now my hands are cold. Like it's weird. And like I do feel cold. Like just now I was getting shivers, but I'm all right now. I think I've warmed up. But Luke, you haven't changed the AC or anything, have you? Yeah. So it's not that like now the AC's on and before it wasn't or something like that. So like I've debunked all those myths in my own head.
Amazing.
So thank you. I really, really appreciate it. I think it was an amazing experience.
Oh, that's like really warm my heart. And this is it. I love a skeptic. I say, I used to be one. I used to be one. And sometimes still I am. Like I'm a scientist at heart.
Yeah.
And when I have sometimes very strange out there experiences when I'm doing healing, that side of my brain does kick in. I'm like, Lakhmi, is it because of this?
Yeah.
And it's just like, right, let's just park that. Let's just see.
Let's just see.
But I love that
trust.
about, exactly. Yeah. But also, I think that's why I work with the types of people that I work with. And that's why I love working with people who are a little bit hesitant and think, oh, I don't really believe it. I'm like, it's fine. Yeah. Let's see.
Let's see. Just be open.
Just be open. And sometimes it takes, like I said, sometimes the first time.
Yes.
Because your mind is still very much like,
yes,
I'm not sure if this is working. I'm not sure. The second time, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's why I say to people, just give me 3 sessions.
I would love to do like an online one now and see if I felt it. Like I would love to see if it was the in-person or if it was like the second time or something.
And let's do that. Yeah. Because I say power of 3.
Yeah.
I have a rule of 3 for everything.
Yeah.
Things that I watch, I'll give, if it's a new series, I'll give it 3 episodes. If I'm not taken by the 3rd episode, it's canned.
Yeah.
But it's because the first time, a lot of and that's why I had to repeat that mantra 3 times to you, because I was like, just tell your mind, it's okay.
It's okay.
I'm all right. I'm safe. You need to make sure our body feels safe.
Yeah.
When we're safe and we're in somebody's company and they're working with energy, the first thing is you need to feel safe with that person.
Yeah.
And you know, unfortunately, there are a lot of people who do take advantage of vulnerable people, and I'm very aware that in the industry that I'm in, a lot of people that are coming to me are grief-stricken. They've come from because they're traumatized, or they've gone through something really painful in their life, so they are in a vulnerable state, and they're just looking for something to give them a little bit of comfort. So I'm very, very conscious of that. And I've been scammed before, babes.
Yeah.
Not once, twice.
Well, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. And I guess if you enjoyed the session, if you really, want to know the science behind it and you want to really tap into the conversation that Lakhmi are going to have, watch our full episode on Tuesday, because I really, really am so excited to share with you the science, the logic, and exactly what happened here.